Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your dude, your rebel, your guy that's up to the next level, King Sergeant, aka Level 92, saying what is up. Welcome you guys to another KeeKlip episode, but this here is KeeKlip 483. Yes, we got a whole lot of videos to go through, and we're gonna have so much to get to before the end of the year. And let me just tell you, we are steady rocking. So, out of all things I have here, it's going to be very adventurous. We basically looked at some few items that we took over. I know we did a few vlogs in the first half, and we basically went through the Star Wars Episode 1 strategy game and the VTech laptop pro computer. So now we're going to go way into the classics. And when I saw this, I was like, wow, full set. Not one thing missing. Maybe a little bit, but not one thing missing. And I want to give you guys the first ever glimpse in box. The LJN VideoArt console. Yes, this here. There's a lot of stuff in here. Now apparently, because the Atari is kind of hooked up to the TV, the one TV that we did. We're gonna go with the visuals on here. But I want to talk to you guys for a minute. When you're a kid, 5, 3, 2, whatever. When it came to coloring, it was simple, right? So you had your color pencils, crayons, markers, paint brushes, right? Get a paper, do what you gotta do, da-ba-da, bam. There it is. That's your art. That's common. That is the most common. Even oil pastels, that was at school. Then, chalk outside. All right, cool. No problem. Those are the most simplest things of drawing anything that you could think of. Technology came in, and apparently this came out. And honestly, of course, I've seen some of the video before, and I'm like, okay, wow. Because LJN, in certain cases, they did not make a whole lot of great games at the time. And of course, it was just, it was the 80s, it was the 90s, go figure. And this is like a 87. Yeah, so this is an 87 game console. So, and I can't even call it a game console because it's just drawing. Like, Mario Paint was a game because there's more stuff to it. This is just straight plug in the TV and draw. Now, speaking of tech, let's switch up a little bit. If you guys remember KitPix, now I did that video way back in a few episodes. You look at KitPix. Now, that was actually fun because there was a whole lot more. Mario Paint, of course, that was for Nintendo, but then with KitPix with the PC, it was definitely a game changer because, even before I owned it, before, I was actually young. I was still like in middle school or something. But going back to that, it was kind of like, all right, cool. You get to stamp, you paint, you do all these things. You can actually have moving pictures. You have the music backgrounds. You have all these other things that could actually work, especially for something at its time. And then even the Etch-a-Sketch. I had an Etch-a-Sketch. I'm pretty sure everyone else had one. You're just drawing the whatever that's in the thing. I never knew what it was. And I'm thinking, all right, okay. Again, these are the most simplest ways of drawing. But then when this came out, you're plugging something to the TV and you're drawing. Sometimes it's a good idea. Visually, it is kind of confusing. So you gotta bear with me. So like I said, I want to get this out of the box here because I have opened this once. And here's the thing. Being able to draw that on a TV, really like careful, like shadowing, like shadowing, two-tone colors, yeah, that'd be kind of hard, especially when you can barely draw a circle on a joystick. So let's go ahead and get this open, check it out. All right, I want to change the angle up a little bit. So, like I said, the fact that I've actually found this in the box, and I was at a Goodwill not so long ago, and me and my friend, we were just looking around, and I saw it. I'm like, oh my God. And this was like, I think it was $10. Maybe, I don't know if the tag's still on here, but yeah, no. I bought this cheap. And looking at the tag here, there's like an old tag. It's like $30, and then there's and this came from Children's Palace. I heard about it, but I've been there. So we're gonna take this out of the box here. I'm gonna give you all the visual look. All right, here we go. Yeah. All right. So we see here, I'm gonna go ahead and switch up a little bit. Yeah, so looking at this, I mean, I do like the coloring on here. It's definitely a very, very clean, like, plating on here. Like, look at, again, someone's really good, they took good care of this thing right here. Like, my God, it's like barely any scratches. The paint's still there. Nice on like the bottoming. Like, yeah. I think the only problem with this type, I think it's like to a certain TV, because this right here, more likely it would have to be like the pitchforks to put on the back, and then this is the power adapter. And of course it came with these books. Some of these I have. One's the okay, so here we got the Disney. So we got 2 Disney coloring books. We got an orange one, and I think they're different kinds. Yeah, this is regular, and that's regular. So, and look at that, no inlet. We just gotta, there, we had to get the styrofoam in this. Okay, well, either way, yeah, so no styrofoam in this one. So basically what it is, you put the game, have the paint on the top, and then should be able to go in just like this. Yeah, there you go. So we got like the books here, and it has like, I don't know why it's like instructions to show you like how to like color, but I think it's just like what's in it. See, again, like look at these careful drawings. I cannot do that. Very well detailed. And yes, Jimmy Cricket is green. For those of you that need to understand, they always like have them characterized different like colors. It's so weird. Look at Alice and Pluto. Like, all again, this is just a thing that I have to understand here. We got some more. So, like I said, these guys are like different one. Look at that Spider-Man. They're hinting the future. Oop, almost ripped there. Yeah, so like I said, there's just like so many like, because some of these are template. It's like more like you just fill in the colors. But like I said, it's just like so amazing how something like this could be on your TV. And then this is the Looney Tune version, which I do not have. I think that was a rip. Like, again, on a 80s gaming console, you get to draw those. I'll put those back later. But also, so this is the Disney, and then you got the regular coloring. This is like the stabling. So all these, I would be surprised if like find these like in the boxes, like where the game will come out. So we got with that. So now let's talk on the controller. And that styrofoam is just like so classic. So with this here, because I think it's supposed to stand still somehow. There we go. So looking at the button, so basically this is kind of like, I guess like for steady like coloring. So like going horizontal, and then you got vertical. And then on top here, put that down, you have your colors. So it's kind of like imitating like a coloring like box, actually, like that. And the way to switch, the orb follows the color. So it magnifies like the main one. So like, yeah, you got like the greens, the blues, the reds. So you got the whole assortment of colors. And then for the joystick part, mind you, so you basically have to press down on the top button right here. You could probably hear that. And, oops, so slippery. Yeah, so basically you kind of do stuff like that. So again, to really be careful with like all the shapes you want to put in, especially for like circles, again, it's going to be kind of hard. And basically this is like where the extra ones are. So you got like, where you got 2 erasers, that's your power. And then you got your page, and then erase. So again, it's just like so many things you can kind of think about. And this rests on top of here, which, yeah, a controller like set on a console, you barely see that. Mostly we just wrap it up and bam. But, and then this looks like a Genesis cord. Imagine like coloring with a Genesis cord. If that could actually work, if someone could do a video and do that for me, if you have the console, that should be just like an awarded thing. But, I mean, overall, it looks cool. I mean, I can kind of be the size of, like, yeah, I already just get a coloring book. But, I mean, to kind of think back in the day, because a lot, like, the video game X-Spec was kind of branching out. But, like, it was different. Like, Mario Paint had a mouse. And basically, all you do is kind of just do that. And you have, like, the 2 buttons on here. Again, and it has its own pad. That's fine. But, again, this is your coloring tool. this is where you're going to be coloring on your TV. And the fact they made the joystick that big, I mean, I guess I kind of get it because you got more room to draw. But I mean, they could have made it like shorter. That would have been fine. I could just do something like this. But again, creativeness goes a long way. But like I said, I am glad to buy something like this for, you know, collective purposes. Hopefully if I can find more games, I'll definitely try to be on the lookout for that. But yeah, this is the LJN VideoArt. So like I said, was able to be lucky to find this, especially for a cheap price. Sometimes impossible, but you know, I got it right here in my room, and honestly, history is history. So collect what you can, kids. If you ever find this at your local like flea markets or Goodwills, I suggest getting it, because why not? It's a LJN. It's old. We don't have something. Well, they probably got this for your iPad, but like, yeah, but they actually have a console difference there. So that will conclude 483, the LJN VideoArt. As always, thank you guys for watching, and so much more to come through. We're gonna try to roll this up quick, but as always, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Also find me everywhere else, from Ken Sargent on Facebook. Everywhere else is Dude1192 when it comes to Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. You already know the rest of the deal. Till next time, 484 will come up soon. So until then, you guys stay cool, stay safe, and I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Peace. Stay awesome.